Hi everyone, welcome back with me Shania, Bernika, and Isafitri. Today I will tell you about my life story throughout my life and hope you enjoy it, guys. Here we go. Start from my parents got married on August, but because at that time in religious over office or KUA, the marriage book was run out, so in marriage book was written on Saturday, August 11, 1999. After getting married, my mother became pregnant. And when she was 9 months pregnant, she craved to eat meatball and ice chicken at her favorite place. Finally, my father took my mother to her favorite meatball, but after the car stopped, my mother immediately got down without seeing the drainage drain underneath, so she finally fell and bled profusely. So she was immediately taken to the hospital and have surgery. Because of that, on June 10, 2000, I was born with a cesarean section because my mother entered the drainage. After the operation, when I was out, my mother said I didn't cry at all. So the doctor and the nurse were panicked. I was upset down between pinch so that I finally cried. In January 20, 2004, I entered kindergarten. I grew up as an introvert child. I prefer to be alone, afraid to interact with new things, and don't dare to talk to new people. Moreover, when recess comes, I prefer to follow my teacher rather than play with my friends. Time passed. In July 3, 2006, I entered elementary school education. At the time, I changed school twice at the same time because of my introvert problem. I didn't have friends and I didn't dare to start a conversation, till finally I went to Tamar 1 to 3 elementary school, where there was my cousin who started invite me to play, so that from there I start opening up to new people. But on August 3, 2009, to be precise, I went to 4th grade and moved school again to Islamic Elementary School Muhammadiyah 1 Pare, where I could improve myself more because my teacher and my new friends were friendly. I really enjoy it, especially there are so many extracurricular and their full day school. In there, I met my best friend. Her name is Zahra. Not long after that happiness, on August 22, 2009, my father died. He died because of a stroke or a ruptured blood vessel and a heart attack, then fell on the operation table. That was the day of my true heartbreak. I was so sad that I didn't go to school for a month, till my teachers come to my home to advise me. After that, I believe my father died because Allah loves him more. A few years later, I went through middle and high school like teenagers in general, often being late, sometimes breaking school rules, and often being punished. However, after graduating from high school at my 13, 2018 was the top year for me. Failures come repeatedly, started from failing SNMPTN and then SBMPTN and the last done. Then finally that year I decided to go for a gap year. Next in 2019 I tried again SBMPTN and STAN but failed again, till finally I tried self-test di Ponorogo University and Alhamdulillah accept. I went through college as usual till March 19, 2020. Corona came in Indonesia, so that required me to go home and study online. On June 1st, 2020, official school registration started. At the time, my mother asked me to register. Actually, since I graduated from high school, she wants me to register at Indonesian Railway Polytechnic Madiun, but I refused. In the end, I registered following what my mother said. Test after test, I lied. On that October 29, 2020, Pantukir announcement, and I was accepted. It's nice to be able to make my mother proud and happy. But I still have one dream till now, which is to have a house around the university and then make it a boarding house in my mother's name, so my mother doesn't have to work hard and get tired in her old age. And the journey still begins. Thank you for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Bye bye. See you.